Hey guys, what's going on? I thought I'd do a sort of bonus update to Nate Bear's Profit Surge Trader review for the week. So, the last video I did, which I also embedded in this blog post, so you can go to the URL, I'll put it in the description below. I've been embedding the videos that I do so you can go back and watch them all in one place instead of having to search through my channel. If we go down to the most recent one, which is not that one, or that one, this one. So this was done earlier in the week. So it was basically, there was 3 picks. 2 of them worked, 1 of them didn't, for me at least. Nate actually did make a win out of BURL, but it was a rocky ride for sure, and I know some people took some small losses and some people took some small wins, so it was definitely a kind of a weird week. The week before we'd actually made money on BURL, which you can see right here, which was really nice. But this week it wasn't as nice, especially if you missed the ELF trade. And all of this I've talked about in this video here, so if you don't see it on the YouTube channel, you can come to this review and watch that here. What was surprising on Thursday though is, for the first time, we actually got the opportunity to enter one of these profit surge trades. And if you remember what these are basically their earnings. So they're companies that have had surprise earnings. So this is Meta, aka Facebook. So Facebook reported earnings, you can see the little earnings down here, and had this huge gap up. And the philosophy behind Profit Surge Trader is that after you have these huge surprise earnings where you get a big gap up like this, is that for weeks or sometimes even months, the chart will continue to grind upwards over time. So you end up going all the way up here somewhere, over time. Now this was just day one, so obviously we haven't seen a huge move in the chart on day one, but I've always wondered if Nate tries to get in early on, because generally if you look at the charts that have worked in the past, so we'll just take a trip to Burl for a second. It's one of the more recent ones that I remember. You can usually see that the earlier you get in on these, the more chance for profit you have. So let's take a trip back to Burl. Let's go back to when it actually reported earnings. So this was the earnings gap right here for Burl. And so you can see that if you were able to get in on the first day in Burl, you would get a really nice run for several months. So this is December, January, February, and you'd end up here. So you'd get this whole move. Now, the way Nate plays these is he goes in and out of these every week, every Monday. That's the whole point of Profit Surge Trader, is you take a stab every week and you try and take chunks out of this. But I've always wondered if he did it on the first day of the move, right? Just always wondered. And the answer is, it looks like yes, he does. At least he did on Thursday. So on Thursday we got an alert pre-market saying that Meta was gapping up after some surprisingly good earnings. So I'm going to put this back on the 5-minute or the 1-minute chart. So go here and then zoom out a little bit. So yeah, so pre-market we got this alert from Nate, which was right here. So zoom in on this, and the cool thing is he was telling us this before, long before the market opened, is what his plan was. So I'm just trying to get you guys to see this right here. So he said we're looking at $500 calls for the 216, so 2 weeks out. He said, "Good morning, gang. On Monday I mentioned that this week we might get a bonus trade later in the week. I was looking for one of the big names to beat earnings and go higher for more than the expected move. The expected move for Meta was around 25, and they're up $70, so I think that qualifies. So here is the play, and this is high risk." Of course it's high risk. If a company's just reported earnings and it's been a big move up, there is a good chance that that'll sell off, right? And so of course it was labelled high risk. So he says, "I'll be buying the options stated above near the open. I'd like 3 of these, but I'm going to start with 1. The idea is that we're getting in on the post-earnings profit surge right at the open." So again, this post-earnings profit surge is the whole idea behind the Profit Surge Trader service. So this idea of playing after earnings, often weeks after earnings. So one misnomer is people think that we're holding through earnings. Nope, it's either run up into earnings and selling before, or more often playing the surge after, this well-known phenomenon that these often surge after earnings for weeks or months. And so he said, I'll update this trade when I'm filled and again later in the day, but please understand this will be a volatile trade. I mean, of course, this just goes without saying. Position sizing is assuming it won't work, but I'm going to use this week's profits and put them into the trade idea. So he had made profits this week with all the 3 other trades that he did with ELF and AAP and BURL, although he didn't make much on that. So yeah, so that was pretty cool. And then so at 8:30 a.m., which is, I'm in Central Time, so that's the market open for me. This was the alert that came out. He got at 250. This is high risk, position accordingly. And within like 20 minutes, he was selling at 550, so more than double, 120%. He said, nice hit, gang, feel free to hold, but I only got one of these. See you Monday. So, pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. So it was really exciting to see this meta trade. You can see on the chart, if we go back there, let's see where we're at on this here. We zoom in, he got a chunk after that dip. So there was like a dip at the open, as people aren't quite sure what's going to happen, right? And so he got out at 47. So he timed the top like pretty well right here. He was like, okay, cool, I've had this move, that's fine. But if you look, it actually went significantly higher. It went all the way up to here, which is significantly higher, and before it sold off a little bit. So I saw some amazing results. I didn't take the trade, I actually slept in and saw this after he'd sold it, which was really annoying because I probably would have taken a stab at it, even though it's high risk. I probably would have taken a stab because I've always seen these. Generally, his plays have made money, so I'd have probably had a stab at that. So that was kind of frustrating. A few people in the Discord that I run. Oh, and by the way, if you sign up for Profit Surge Trader, this reminds me, if you come to the article, the full review that I'm doing here and keeping a track record and everything, and if you sign up to purchase this service, it's really good. You get 2 or 3 trades a week, come out on Mondays, and full trade plans and everything. Really easy to use. Most people are extremely happy. There's an 85% win rate, and it's just been a great service. If you join here, or any of the links really on the page, and then send me an email or a message on Facebook if you're in my Facebook group or a Discord, I'll add you to my private channel on my Discord that we basically have reserved just for people that have bought Nate Bear's Profit Surge Trader, and then you can join in with the discussions and people can help each other, and it's great. We've seen a lot of success with people talking about different trades and how they're dealing with them, and throughout the week. So it's a huge bonus. If you want to sign up through my referral link, you can come here, sign up here, send me an email at stockalertsreviewed@protonmail.com. I'll leave that link in the description below as well for you. I might actually start adding it into the article so that people can see when they sign up, okay, I'll email Russell and get in, because the Discord's a huge bonus in my opinion. This is the channel right here, Nate Bear Discussion. Only people with a certain role that I give after seeing evidence that they actually have purchased get access to this, so that people are fully vetted before they come in. So that was the meta trade. This is a snapshot from the Discord. I'm hiding people's names just because a couple of times recently I've showed people's names and they've got annoyed because they might be seen by somebody or whatever. I don't know. It doesn't really... It's kind of weird to me, but I don't know. This guy though, he did the meta trade. He got 155, so he got in on that dip. That dip right here most likely. Got a really good price on the options, which was good. So he got 155 to 575, which is something like 370%. It's a lot, whatever it is. So that's pretty cool. That's probably one of the bigger winners that I've seen in Profit Surge Trader. Here are some more. Let's have a look. So this person did meta, made up for the Burl loss. So some people lost on BURL, partly because it depends on when you average down and if you exited when they exited and stuff. And so she was able to go from $2.31 to $6, which is fantastic on this meta trade as well. And yeah, so 3,300 for this guy. And then I wanted to spend a little bit of time on this guy right here. So it's always interesting to see other people's results, right? Because you can have some guy like me basically going, oh yeah, it's great or whatever, but showing other people's real results, and that's part of the value of the Discord, right? Is you get to see what other people are doing, what other people are saying. And so this was a guy who joined just recently. He's only done three trades, so it's not a huge sample size or anything. It's not like he's a veteran at Profit Surge Trader. I think this is actually the first week. So AAP, he made $219. BURL, he only lost 25, which is pretty good, because it was kind of a break-even trade, or if you messed up like I did, this was a slightly bigger loss. Meta, $202. So total profits is $396 using a very small account, and he paid $179 for access. So he's already on his first trades already in the red. Sorry, the green, not the red. So yeah. So this is definitely by far my favorite system at the moment, and I have a feeling we're going to be playing meta using the TPS system in combination with the Profit Surge that Nate is starting to become known for, because often you'll get these dips and then timing the next up is actually kind of the hard part to get things right. So I feel like we might play meta over the next month, the whole month of February, so it'll be interesting to see, and if not, why not, and just like learn all that good stuff. So yeah, anyway, hopefully that's helpful, and come and check out the review. Purchase the system. It's only $179 for a whole year, which is crazy. And this is a guy who turned 37,000 into $2.7 million trading this style of trades, and I think it's something that most people could benefit from. You can also click throughout the article. I've put the links to the official video sales letter. You can also check that out, so you can get some more information about the strategy directly from Nate himself as well. I also just did a live stream interview with Nate as well. I don't think I've added it to the site yet. Maybe I have. Let's have a quick peek.